Namadah puman Naivarhati abhidatum vai Tvamakinchana gocharam Janmaishwarya shrutashribhi Yedhamana madah puman Naivarhati abhidatum vai Tvamakinchana gocharam
Janmaishwara Shuta Shribi Edamana Madapuman Devakti Abhidatum Vai Vamakinchana Gocharam
Janmaishwarya Sutta Srivi Dhamana Madapuman Naivarhati abhidatum vai Akinchana gocharam
Janmaishwarya Shuta Shrivi Idamana Madapuman Naivarhati abhidatum vai Akinchana gocharam
Janmaishwarya Shudashrivi Idamana Madapuman Naivarhati abhidatum vai Vamakinchana gocharam
Janmaishwarya Shudashrivi Idamana Madapuman Naivarhati abhidatum vai Vamakinchana gocharam
Janmaishwarya Shudashrivi Idamana Madapuman Naivarhati abhidatum vai Vamakinchana gocharam
Janmaishwarya Shruti Shrivi Vedamana Madhapuman Naivarhati abhidatum vai Akinchana gocharam
Janmaishwarya Shuta Shrivi Idamana Madapuman Naivarhati abhidatum vai Vamakinchana gocharam
Translation purport by His Divine Grace is Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada. My Lord, your Lordship can easily be approached but only by those who are materially exhausted. One who is on the path of material progress, trying to improve himself with respectable parentage, great opulence, high education, and bodily beauty, cannot approach you with sincere feeling. Purport. Being materially advanced means taking birth in an aristocratic family and possessing great wealth and education and attractive personal beauty. All materialistic men are mad after possessing all these material opulences, and this is known as the advancement of material civilization. But the result is that by possessing all these material assets, one becomes artificially puffed up, intoxicated by such temporary possessions. Consequently, such materially puffed up persons are incapable of uttering the holy name of the Lord by addressing him feelingly, O Govinda, O Krishna. It is said in the Shastra that by once uttering the holy name of the Lord, the sinner gets rid of a quantity of sins that he is unable to commit. Such is the power of uttering the holy name of the Lord. There is not the least exaggeration in this statement. Actually, the Lord's holy name has such powerful potency. But there is a quality to such utterances also. It depends on the quality of feeling. A helpless man can feelingly utter the holy name of the Lord, whereas a man who utters the same holy name in great material satisfaction cannot be so sincere. A materially puffed up person may utter the holy name of the Lord occasionally, but is incapable of uttering the name in quality. Therefore, the four principles of material advancement, namely high parentage, good wealth, high education, and attractive beauty, are, so to speak, disqualifications for progress on the path of spiritual advancement. The material covering of the pure spirit soul is an external feature, as much as fever is an external feature of the unhealthy body. The general process is to decrease the degree of the fever and not to aggravate it by maltreatment. Sometimes it is seen that spiritually advanced persons become materially impoverished. There is no discouragement. On the other hand, such impoverishment is a good sign as much as the falling of temperature is a good sign. The principle of life should be to decrease the degree of material intoxication, which leads one to be more and more illusioned about the aim of life. Grossly illusioned persons are quite unfit for entrance into the kingdom of God. In one sense, of course, material opulences are God's grace. To take birth in a very aristocratic family or nation like America, to be very rich, or to be advanced in knowledge and education, and to be endowed with beauty and gifts of pious activities. A rich man attracts the attention of others, whereas a poor man does not. An educated man attracts attention, but a fool attracts no attention at all. Materially, therefore, such opulences are very beneficial, but when a person is materially opulent in this way, he becomes intoxicated. Oh, I am a rich man, I am an educated man, I have money. हो गया purport? Where
Kingdom of God. Actually, illusioned persons are quite unfit for entrance into the kingdom of God.
this is lecture. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam
Sadvaitam Savadhutam Paripajana Sahitam
Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakamitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate
Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute
Taptakanchana Gaunangi
Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu
Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vachakalparayashta
Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare.
So, Janma Aishwarya, Shruta Shri. Take birth in a aristocratic family. Janma Aishwarya, very opulence. Aishwarya and Shruta, scholarly persons, scholarship, and Shri, beauty. Right? These four are result of a great pious activities in our last lives. Janmaishwarya, Shruta Shribir, Edamana Madhapuman, Naivarahate Avdadam Ve, Tvamakinchana Gocharam. So, last week we were discussing such people, Chaturvida Bhajante Mam, Jana Sukritino Arjuna, Artho Jijnasur Artharthi, Jnanicha Bharatarshaba. So they are Sukriti, they have done Sukriti. That is why these four kinds of people, they approach Krishna. Then there are four kinds of people who don't approach Krishna. Namam Dikshitano Muda, Prapadante Naradama, Maya Pratajnanam, Asrim Bhavamashitaha. So, those who have done Sukriti, they get good birth. Otherwise, especially in India, like even in America also, almost I think up until 1965 or 70, black people did not have voting rights, right, in America, right? Martin Luther King, he was fighting like that. Once I met one person in Los Angeles. That person was saying when he came to America in 1960s, these Americans, they are very so proud of their birth and their color and everything, their wealth. They would treat Indians very badly. That when they would go to certain petrol bunks, they will say, sale is closed. They will put the board, it seems, when they see Indians. And these white Americans, they won't they let their houses for rent to Indians. So, those who are born in American, like in India also, those who are born in Brahmin families and Rajputs, Kshatriya families, they would look down upon other caste people. They are proud. So, so when somebody has taken birth in high class family, or very rich, or very beautiful, or scholarly, naturally they become very proud. And they insult other people. And they become intoxicated, Prabhupada says. They become intoxicated with pride. So Prabhupada many times quoted this, kingdom of God belongs to humble and the meek. Meek and the humble. That is, I think, that is from Bible, I think. Right? It's a saying from Bible. So, this Prabhupada says in this lecture that one who drinks wine will become intoxicated. And many think that he is flying in the sky, or he has gone to heaven. These are the effects of intoxication. But they are temporary. Right? So, in the same way, these people who are born in very high class families, and those who are very rich, those who are beautiful, those who are scholarly persons, they must understand that it is temporary. They are temporary. So because of that, if somebody commits sinful activities and then become proud, then again, Punar Mushiko Bhava. You know this story? Punar Mushiko Bhava? Huh? Who will tell? One rat, Huh? Huh? One rat, there is one sage. So the rat is saying, I am always afraid of cat. And then he said, okay, I will make you cat. So he made him cat. Cat again is afraid. He said, what happened? I am afraid of dog. Okay, then I will make you dog. Right? And then his dog is still afraid. He said, what happened? I'm afraid of tiger. Right? So okay, I'll make you tiger. And then when he made him tiger, tiger usko gur raha tha. Rascal, I made you tiger. Then again Punar Mushko Bhava. Means again he become a rat. Right? So, all these things are there. Many times, so Prabhupada quoted in the purport that those who are endowed with the pride because of these four, things, they cannot chant Hare Krishna feelingly. So, if somebody chants Hare Krishna feelingly even once, all the sinful reactions get nullified. In once. Prabhupada, there is one Swami, now he died, Kitnananda. He came with Prabhupada, when he came to India. So when Prabhupada was unwell, he served him nicely and all that. Then Prabhupada gave him sannyas. After taking sannyas, he completely became deviated. He left ISKCON and all that. Then after some time, he wrote a letter to Srila Prabhupada. So Prabhupada wrote to him saying that I am always praying to Sri Radha Krishna. This is a very nice boy. Please bring him back to Krishna consciousness. Like that I am always praying. Then he wrote one very interesting thing, I remember. You have chanted so many names of Krishna. Even if you have heard one name, you will go back to Godhead. One name. Right? We chant so many names, but we don't hear. One name you hear, you will go back to Godhead. Prabhupada wrote. So that feelingly, that there is one episode in 6th canto Bhagavatam. Demigods, they are very proud of their wealth and handsome beauty and all that. But when Vritrasura was born, Vritra was such a gigantic demon, and they became all scared of Vritrasura, and they offered very wonderful prayers to the Lord. because they have lost their wealth and they have lost their glory, beauty, and they were beaten up very badly by Vritrasura. They became, Prabhupada said, then they were praying. Actually, I was about to memorize those prayers, but mostly they are prose, they are in prose. They are not verses, shlokas. So, said, my dear Lord, we offer our respectful obeisances unto your lotus feet. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You are beyond three modes of nature. You appeared before all of us. You are present when this creation was not in motion, when it is in a Shupta stage, it is in a Laya. Then you created this world. Then you are maintaining this world. After destruction of this world, you will be only present. That is called Trisatyam. Satyavratam, Satyapuram, Trisatyam. We came after you. So how can we know you? Right? How can we know you? So what service we can do for you? We simply offer obeisance unto your lotus feet. You appear in various incarnations to annihilate the demons and to protect the devotees. So please give us guidance. Then one more thing they say, that my dear Lord, even though you are present in everybody's heart, all of us, we cannot know you because we cannot see you even though you are present in our heart, because we all think that we are separate creators. We are God. Each one of us, we think that I am God. I am God. I am the Lord of all I serve and all that. So, please save us from this Vritrasura demon, like that. Then Prabhupada writes in the purport, because demigods are in distress, even though they are Sakama Bhaktas, right now, because of the distress, they have forgotten all their opulences and all, and they almost became pure devotees. And they are offering prayers very feelingly. Right? Very feelingly. But the same Indra, when Krishna came, what did he do? 2 times he offended Krishna. Sejal, 2 times Indra offended Krishna. Huh? How many of you know? 2 times Indra offended Krishna. You know, Shriya? Huh? Yeah?
Rain on Vrindavan.
Huh?
Rain on Vrindavan.
Yeah. Parijat Pushp. Prabhupada said, we should not trust these rich people, because as soon as their work is over, they will say Tata goodbye. They say Tata goodbye. Like that. So it is very. But it's the same Indra when there is no other source, there is no other way. Then they all become very feelingly. So that is a very nice chapter where this Vritrasura was offering prayer. When Vritrasura appeared, demigods were offering prayers. You can go and check. 6th kind of Bhagavatam, it comes. So, it's very, that is why Prabhupada says, devotees of Krishna, they want to remain impoverished because they will become, otherwise they will become proud. In South India, there is one great devotee. His name is Kuresha, Kuratalwar. He was a big jamindar near Kanchipuram. Right? Kanchipuram. When he had a huge palace and all that, then he used to distribute prasadam, annadan. So one day, when they were, then they would ring the bells and all that, shosha hota tha. Then one day, after the prasad distribution is over and all, they close the doors, with a huge sound. At that time, Lord Vardarajan, he is taking seva, Kainkaryam, from Kanchipurna. Then Kanchipurna, he asked, Vardarajan asked Kanchipurna that already temple is closed, time ho gaya? Then he said, my dear Lord, it's not your temple. There, in Agraharam, our Kuresha's doors were closed. Oh, really? Like that. So, this matter has reached the ears of Kuresha. That Lord Vardarajan has observed how opulent he is, like that. And immediately they gave up everything. I am showing more power than Varadaraj temple. I think I become very proud because of my wealth, like that. So both this Kuresha and his wife, they gave up everything and they just left. Actually, he is a big jamindar at that time, and one day he was actually going around in disguise what people are talking. Then he saw into the house then they were saying that our daughter is not getting married because of astrologer told that if this girl marries, immediately the husband may die. Very funny, my sister, she was born in Maka Nakshatra. So they said, ससुर मर जाएगा करके they say, ससुर मर जाएगा. Oh, that is why my sister got so much delayed my sister's marriage. Maka Nakshatra, nobody was marrying her. Then we changed the astrology, horoscope. That old man, साला मरा नहीं. मेरा sister मर गई, वो अभी भी जिंदा है. $100 years. My sister died, recently. ऐसा होता है. So we will give poison to her and then we will also die because nobody is will marry her. Then immediately Kuresha called the couple and what happened? Why are you planning to die and all that? Then he said, aisa hai. Don't worry, I will marry her. So he married her. Don't worry. So nothing happened. Anyway, So she is also very, obedient wife. Like then they came. Then while coming, so they were eating in golden pots. They were eating in golden pots. So they were walking in the forest. And Kuresha saw her that she's a little bit frightened, afraid. She's afraid. Then he asked her, "You brought something gold?" "Yeah, because you are accustomed to eating in golden plates, so I brought some gold plates." He said, give me these plates. So go, I want to serve you in golden plates because you are accustomed to eating golden plates. Immediately he took the plates and then he threw him in the forest. See, now we don't have any possessions, no fear. We can completely surrender to the Lord. Like that. Nishkinchana, akinchana gocharam. Lord is the property of impoverished. Like that. Then every day they used to do, then they have taken shelter of Ramanujacharya. So one day, then later on, they shifted to, when Ramanujacharya shifted to Srirangam, then Kuresha and his wife also, they shifted to Srirangam, and then they were serving, very faithful servant, like that. So one day, they didn't have anything to eat. They didn't have anything to eat. And the time for, Bhoga, the bells were ringing, Bhoga offering. So she prayed, she was accusing Ranganath, "My husband did not have anything to eat for 2-3 days. You are enjoying your Bhoga. My husband, your devotee is starving." Like that, she was thinking in the mind. Meanwhile, one boy came, then he gave, Mahaprasad. So, how you got this prasad? Who brought? Then some boy brought. Said, "Oh, you thought you prayed to the Lord or something?" Then she said, yeah, I was thinking ill of Ranganath. Like that. So, Bevkuf lady, that is Ranganath only, he brought prasad. Brought prasad. So, Ranganath came and delivered, Mahaprasad. So, when they ate that prasad, she became pregnant. And then she delivered 2 boys. One is Parashar Bhatta, another is Vedavyas Bhatta. So Kuresha declared that they are not my children, they are Ranganath and Ranganath's children. So it is said that this Parashar Bhatta and then Vedavyas Bhatta, they Unjal Seva means, what? Swing. Ranganath and Ranganayaki, they used to swing them and then put them to sleep. Parasar Bhatta hai, and all that. This is the result of, huh? Huh? This is the result of? Everybody is sleeping today. What happened? Huh? Huh?
Dependent on Krishna.
Huh?
Complete dependent on
बोलो पार्वती गारू नींद आ रहा है दिस इज द रिजल्ट ऑफ बिकमिंग ए अकिंचना राइट बिकमिंग ए अकिंचना otherwise see, Shri Ramanuja used to think he is a pavitra, purification, like that. Anyway, very great soul. He has got a very good memory, Kuresha. So, recently I spoke something about Kurattalvar in Bhagavatam class. You can hear it. You heard? Anybody heard? I think last Monday, I think, I gave a lecture. I spoke about Kurattalvar pastimes. You can hear that, Bhagavatam class, Chaitanya Charitamrita class. So, so this is the Shri Ramanuja, Chachi ka ladka. Chachi nahi, not Chachi. Mausi, Govinda. Right? So he got married. He is not spending any time with his wife. All the time chanting Om Namo Narayana, Om Namo Narayana. So his Mausi went and requested Shri Ramanuja. No, so okay, you took sannyas, that is okay, but he got married. Do something, he should, produce children or whatever, like that. Then Shri Ramanuja called him and instructed him. During daytime, you should, worship Ranganath or Vardarajan. And in the night time, you should spend time with your wife. So, that day night also he didn't spend anything. Then she went and complained. Then Shri Ramanuja called him. He said, what happened? He said, you only said no. Daytime, Vardarajan, and then night time with wife. Because whether all the time I am seeing only Vardarajan, for me there is no night only. No, there is no night only. So how can I spend? Because there is no night only. Then he said, you are too renounced. You take sannyas. So he gave him sannyas. So in between, when Yadav Prakash, there is one story. Yadav Prakash wanted to kill Shri Ramanuja in Narthini Yatra, Kashi Yatra. Then Govinda overheard and then saved Shri Ramanuja. So meanwhile, he became a Shaivite. Govinda became a Shaivite. Then by the influence of Shri Ramanuja, again he was brought back to Shri Vaishnavism and all that. So when he took sannyas, so people used to praise him. He used to say, yeah, very nice. So somebody asked him, why you are not objecting when somebody is praising you? Said, I became what I am because of Shri Ramanuja. If they are praising me, they are praising Ramanuja only, na? Only because of him only. Otherwise, I'm a shy white and I'm, fallen person. He made me like this. So all the praise goes to Sri Ramanuja, like that. So like that. So they are very great examples of Nishkinchana. They are Nishkinchana, like that. Once, when Lord Krishna went to Hastinapur for Shanti Dut as a Shanti Duta, Duryodhan invited him for lunch. Bhishmadev also invited him for lunch. And Dronacharya also invited him for lunch. But Krishna refused all their invitations. This is not there in Mahabharata, but this is given by Shiva Vaishnavacharya commentary. That Bhishma had Jnanamada, because he had understanding that I have so much knowledge. Dronacharya, he had Kulamada. He was having Bharadwaj Muni, he was thinking that I am born in a great family. And Duryodhan had Dhanamada. I have so much, Vastinapur ka king, like that. So because of these three Madas, Krishna refused to go to their house. But Vidura did not have anything. Right? He was a poor man. Then he was feeding him. What is that? No, that makai ka roti and सरसों का साग. सरसों का साग बहुत सी सस्ता चीज है, right? सरसों का साग and मक्के का रोटी, right? How many of you like it? You like? I don't know why you like it. You like, Sejal? कभी खाया नहीं ना? हम तो खाते नहीं, वो पंजाब में खाते हैं ज़्यादा, right? Other day somebody served me at somebody's house. We were eating. Then that जैसे आपको अच्छा नहीं लगता है? बोलते क्यों? बोलते ऐसा एंथुसियाज्म नहीं है आप में. नहीं तो ऐसा इतना एंथुसियाज्म के साथ खाते हैं, सरसों के साग and
Actually, the winter food, Prabhuji, cannot be eaten in the coastal area. Digestion is hard to have in coastal area. It's more apt for the northern region. That too in winters.
वो क्या नाम है, बटर डाल के,
White butter.
हाँ?
White butter.
मक्खन मक्खन हमको तो अच्छा ही नहीं लगा. मैं जबरदस्ती खा रहा था. अरे आपको अच्छा नहीं लगता है यार, ऑब्वियस. Anyway, Krishna liked it because he didn't have
Any mother.
Dhanamada,
Yan mother.
Jnanamada and Kulmada. So in the same way, if we want Krishna, if we want Krishna, we should give up all this pride that I am a rich man, I am serving, I am giving so much donation. Some people, they come and say, We are giving so much donation, you are not caring for us. Right? Like that. So they have this feeling that because of we are giving money, temple is being run. Right? Like that. But we must understand that whatever money we get, it's all because of the mercy of Krishna only. So Janma Aishwarya Shruta Shribir Yedamana Madapuman Naivarhati Avadatum Vai Tvam Akinchana Gocharam. So the next verse it comes anyway, we'll discuss how to chant, feelingly. That is very important. Right? How to chant. So if you are situated in a very comfortable position, then we cannot chant feelingly. Sometime around 2000, I was having some severe health issue. So I went to the doctor. And then doctor said, sonography karna padega. If there is any cancer and something like that, we'll come to know. मेरा होश उड़ गया. Then so it will take 1 week. Then I already assumed that I have cancer, like that. So during those days, my chanting has improved like anything. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Now time has come, Right? Is it correct? Huh? Huh? नहीं? इम्प्रूव हुआ नहीं? हाँ? And the report has come clear, and then again back to normal. When Ajamila, when he was in such a helpless condition, right? Because he was very attached to his son, Narayana. And three very ferocious looking Yamadutas, they had come to pick up Ajamila. When he saw, immediately he called for his son, because he is very attached to his son. That's immediately he called Narayana. That Narayana he called in a very helpless condition, because he had no other shelter. He had no other savior. He thought, his son will save him from this ferocious looking, Yamadutas. That is why immediately gets Narayana. And that actually attracted Vishnudutas. That call. That call of helplessness, in helpless condition. That is why when Vishnudutas and Yamadutas, they were having a conversation. Yamadutas were protesting, why you are stopping us? Then Vishnudutas chastised Yamadutas. Then they said one very interesting verse. I am he. Don't say. Don't talk. I am he Kruta Nirvesha. Janma Koti Agamapi. Yata Vyajahara Vivasha. Vyajahara Vivasha. Nama Swastayanam Hari. What are you talking? Because Ajamila was they were Yamadutas enumerated what all sinful activities this Ajamila performed. Looting, lootmar, killing people, drinking alcohol, living with a prostitute, all that. So much. Then immediately they said, Yata Vyajahar Vivasha. He uttered Vyajahar Vivasha. In Vivasha means helplessness. Because he chanted helplessly, Nama Swastainam Hari. Janma Koti Agamapi. Crores of Janmas, sinful reactions got nullified. Ataha ayam hi Krita Nirvesha. Then he says, Eteneva agonasya kritasyat aganishkritaha yatha narayana iti jagada chaturaksharam. He said, kritasyat aganishkritaha. He has done Eteneva agonasya. He has done for all his sinful reactions. Prayashchitta, aganishkrita, prayashchitta. Because he chanted 4 syllables mantra, Narayana. Narayana. Right? So they chastised him. How you can take? Like other day I was saying in the class. So somebody told, Prabhupada was giving class on this verse, and then the disciple was reading. Ajamila chanted Narayana, Narayana, Narayana 3 times. Prabhupada chastised him, saying that why are you saying it? He chanted only once. He chanted only once. Then they said, Stenaha Surapa, Mitra Drik, Brahmaha Guru Talpaga, Stri Raja Pitru Gohanta, Patakanam Iti Chapare, Sarvesham Yad Agavatan, Yad Idum Sunishkritaha, Nama Vyavaharanam Vishnu, Yatsyat Vishayamati. Right? He says, Stenaha means those who steal gold. Stenaha. Surapa, those who drink alcohol. Mitra Drik means those who cheat. Mitra Droha, those who do Mitra Droha. Brahmaha, Pitru Brahmaha, this killing of a Brahmana. And then Guru Talpaga, one who visits, one who has illicit connection with a Guru's wife. Guru's wife. Out of this, one is drinking alcohol and Guru Talpaga. They have no prayashchitta. In other ways, Bhishmadev says, of all the sinful activities, these 2 activities are most sinful. Very difficult to perform prayashchitta for these 2 sinful activities. One is Guru Talpaga, another is drinking alcohol. Stri Raja Pitru Gohanta, those who are killers of women, those who are killers of Raja, those who are killers of ancestors, and then those who are killers of Gohanta, cows. All of them, prayaschitta is done. Nama Vyavaharanam Vishnu. If you chant Vishnu's name, if you chant Krishna's name. Because Yat Syad Vishayamati. Because Prabhupada writes, in that when you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, even though we may not be attentively chanting, but Krishna becomes attentive, it seems. Who is chanting my name? Right? Dhruv, right? You may be sleeping and chanting, but Krishna wakes up. Oh, who is chanting my name? Even though he's sleeping. Huh? Krishna becomes attentive. Then immediately Krishna thinks, it seems, oh, this person is chanting my name. I have to give protection to this person. Krishna makes it. Then he provides jet plus security to that person. Like that. Then they had that Atta Manyeta Krutasesha Aganishkrutam Yadasho Bhagavan Nama Mriyamana Samagrihat. So not only now, when he first chanted Narayana by calling his son, that time only all his sinful reactions got nullified. When he called his son, when he, by the will of providence, because of his past pious activities, immediately when that boy was born, some Vaishnavas, they came for Madhukari in his house. So they came, and then incidentally, Ajamila asked them, please, give some name to my boy. At the time only the boy was born. Then they said immediately Narayana. So you keep the name of Narayana. Because he was his last son, he was very attached to his son. That is why he was always calling him, Narayana come here, Narayana go there, Narayana come here, Narayana go there. So Vishnu Dutas is saying, that time only when he started chanting Narayana, Narayana, that time only all his sinful reactions got nullified. Started, getting all the sinful reactions getting nullified. And then when he chanted Vyajahara, Yada Vyajavahara Vivasha, when he helplessly chanted Narayana, whatever little bit sinful things are remained, they all got purified. Then don't take him. He is not fit to be taken. Is not fit to be taken. Sanketyam parihasam va kshobaha helanameva va vaikunta nama grahanam ashesha agavidum. He says Sanketyam, just addressing somebody, parihasam va, joking, kshobaha, entertainment, helanameva va, insulting. Because vaikunta nama grahanam. If they chant, if they Vaikuntha Nama Grahanam, then Ashesha Agam Vidam, all unlimited sinful reactions get nullified. Patitaha Skalitaha Bhagna. Patitaha Skalitaha Bhagna. Sandasta Taptamahataha. Hari iti avasheneha. Pumsam pataka. Pumsam narhati pataka. Yatana. Pumsam harahati yatana. Said patitaha, skalitaha bhagna. Somebody fallen from the hill top. Then skalita bhagna. He fell down in some accident and bones are broken. Sandasta tapta ahataha, is having high fever and died. COVID. But if they had chanted Hariti Avashaneha, if they chanted Krishna's name before such an accident, they are not fit to be taken to hellish planets. Very good, very nice instructions. I have studied very thoroughly all these instructions. So these are very, then Ajamila also realized later on. Of course, Ajamila was not because of, we have 3 stages of chanting. What are they? Ucharana, Vicharana, Namasmarana. Right? So, Nama Ucharana Mahatmyam. So later on, Yamaraj instructs. I read that also very thoroughly. Then later on, Yamaraj instructs Yamadutas. 2 times, glories of the holy name in the 6th canto, 2nd chapter, 3rd chapter. Yamaraj instructed that Namocharana Mahatmyam Hare Pashyati Putraka Ajamilepi Agavatan Mrutyupasha Pramuchyate. They said Nama Ucharana Mahatmyam. The glories of uttering the holy name. Nama Ucharana. Nama Ucharana Mahatmyam. Even though Ajamila was very, very sinful, Mrutyupasa Pramuchyate. He became free from Mrutyupasha. Death. Later on, he was given a chance. Then he has decided that I will practice very thoroughly. Then he went to Haridwar, and then he practiced very strictly. And then the same Yamaduta, Vishnu, 4 Vishnudutas, they came to take Ajamila to back to Godhead. Right? From this we can understand that Ajamila was never initiated. He simply chanted. So from this we can understand, for chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you don't even need initiation. Chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is so powerful that without even initiation also, if you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you will go back to Godhead. But Prabhupada writes that in general, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is sufficient. But in Chaitanya Charitamrita, 7th chapter, he writes, 7th canto Bhagavatam, 5th chapter, he writes 2 times, I think 3 times he repeated this purport, that because of conditioned stage, we are prone to lusty contamination. So for that, we need to do deity worship to become free from this lusty lust contamination. For that, you need Diksha for deity worship. But for chanting Hare Krishna, but in general, it is difficult without deity worship, very difficult to perfect chanting. That is why we need Diksha. But the general rule is for Hare Krishna chanting, then they cite this example of Ajamila. Ajamila was never initiated. He simply chanted. He didn't become Ajamila Das. Now Ajamila Das, right? Ajamila Das, they have names. Yeah, Ajamila Das. Like that. So, even though you are rich, but still you should have this feeling that whatever wealth I have got, it is Krishna's wealth. It is Krishna's money. Then if you have that feeling, then you are Nishkinchana. Right? Next verse it comes. Namo kinchana vittaya nivritta gunavrittaye atma rama shantaya kaivalya pataye namaha. Right? Nishkinchana, Nishkinchana, very, tam akinchana gocharam, right? Akinchana gocharam. So this chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra in a helpless condition will give us a very good result. But if I am very proud of my lineage, of my wealth, of my beauty, and my scholarship, ISKCON we see, there is one guy, Satyanarayana Das. He was a friend of Rasraj Prabhu. He was he was rotting in somewhere in Detroit. So Rasraj Prabhu brought him. So later on, he became a very big scholar, Sanskrit and all. Now he criticized Prabhupada. He criticized Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He criticized ISKCON. Everybody, they write books criticizing Prabhupada and all that. Are, you're like a dog, rotting in the streets of Detroit. Prabhupada brought you, Rasajpur brought you. Now is, Jiva Institute there in Vrindavan. There is a, near, I think, Poglasram or somewhere, Jiva Institute is there. Yeah, he was previously was associated with BI, Satyanarayana Das, Kundalida. Oh, they write books criticizing Bhaktisiddhanta, Srila Prabhupada, all that stuff. He's a disciple of Bhakti Swarup Damodar Maharaj, but rejected everybody and rejected Prabhupada. So this scholarship is very dangerous, very dangerous. Be careful. We should be very careful. Once upon a time, sometimes I thank Krishna that I'm not, मेरे को समझ में नहीं आता है many things. I have to read many times. Then only I understand. So I was reading, I tried to read, I wanted to become a scholar. So I wanted to read Vedanta Sutra and all. एक शब्द समझ में नहीं आया मेरे को. Then I gave up. Then I thank Krishna, When I see all these guys, I feel very satisfied that I didn't become a scholar. Better not to become a scholar. As soon as you become a scholar, harms aa jate hain. Then we think, they say Prabhupada is repeating. Prabhupada said, you are such a rascal. I have to repeat every time, then only you will understand. Right? Prabhupada is repeating. Of course, Prabhupada, he has to repeat. That is the system of Vedic education. Shankaracharya also said, you have to repeat the same thing again and again, again and again, so that till the time disciple understands. That is the system of Vedic education. Repeating again and again, again and again. That is why the same thing was repeated in all 18 Puranas. Certain things are same. Creation and all. Sarga, Visarga, they're all same in all Puranas. Repetition is very important. So when you are reading Prabhupada books, don't think that he is repeating. It is for you, for our benefit only. Again and again, that is required. So they think that, all these scholars, they think that, they criticize. Very dangerous, this scholarship. Better to be rich than being a scholar, Being a scholarship makes you more proud than being a rich man. Like that. I have seen so many. Once they become rich, scholarly, all the time quoting this acharya, that acharya. So we should remain grounded. Better not to become a scholar. Better remain a fool, like me. Like that. So this is a very important lesson we learn from this verse. Today is Shivaratri also. What is Shivaratri?
It's a marriage of Lord Shiva and Parvati. Marriage of Lord Shiva and Lord Parvati.
What is Shivaratri? It's wrong. It's wrong. It's not marriage. So Parvati Devi did tapasya to get Lord Shiva. This is the day she obtained Lord Shiva in the Linga Roop. He appeared as a Linga Roop to Parvati Devi, and then so that she can worship him. So that is appearance of Linga Roop is Shivaratri, not marriage. Prachetas, 10 of them, they were instructed by his father to go to the forest, go and do tapasya and be ready and become purified. Become purified. So when they were going for tapasya, this happened in Guruvayur. How many of you been to Guruvayur? In Guruvayur, Lord Shiva appeared to them. Then he told one very interesting thing. I like devotees of Krishna than my own devotees. Devotees of Krishna are my dear friends. I don't like my devotees. Right? I like Vaishnavas. Why? Because Lord Shiva is known as Asutosh. Asutosh means?
One who is very easily pleased.
Yeah, easily pleased. Why does he give all kinds of benedictions to his devotees? Because he said, Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Ram Nama Varane. He is always chanting Shri Rama, Shri Rama, Shri Rama. He is always chanting. So when his devotees, they come and appear, they ask, he immediately gives them, he said, get lost, don't disturb me. Don't disturb me. That is why he gives them, to chase them away. Jao, jao, le lo. So, he gave a mantra. He gave a mantra to Prachetas. He said, chant this mantra morning, afternoon, evening. He said, by offering, the pranam, he offered this prayer in front of the deity. Then you get lot of benefit. You get all your desires fulfilled. Then you get mukti. Like that he told, right? So sometimes I offer these prayers. Namah Pankajanabhaya Bhuta Sukshmendriyatmane Vasudevaya Shantaya Kutastaya Swarochise Shankashanaya Sukshmaya Durantaya Antagaya Cha Namo Vishwaprabodhaya Pradyumnaya Antaratmane Namo Namo Aniruddhaya Rishikeshaya Indriyatmane Namo Paramahamsaya Purnaya Nivrutatmane Swargapavargadvaraya Nityam Suchisade Namaha Namo Hiranya Viryaya Chatruhotraya Tantave Namo Urjayi Shatraya Pataye Yajnaretase Truptidaya Cha Jivanam Namo Sarvarasatmane Sarve Sattvatmadehaya Visheshaya Staviyase Namo Trailokyapalaya Sahavoja Balaya Cha Arthalingaya Namase Antarbahiratmane Namo Punyaya Lokaya Amusme Bhurivarchase Pravrittaya Nivrittaya Piturdevaya Chakarmane Namo Adharma Vipakaya Mrutyave Dukkahetave Namasta Ashisha Isha Manave Karanatmane Namo Dharmaya Bruhate Krishnaya Kuntamedase Namo Purushaya Puranaya Sankhya Yogeshwaraya Cha. Like this, ek prayer, if you read, it is so blissful, very nectarian, so much meaning it has, all these prayers, very interesting, very deep meaning it is there. Lord Shiva has. So these two chapters, one is 10th canto, 14th chapter, and then 4th canto, 24th chapter. Great Mahans, Mahan devotees. One is Brahmaji's prayer, another is Lord Shiva's prayers. Rudra Gita and then Brahma Gita. There too deep philosophy is given. Like I will explain this verse. Namasta Ashisha Isha Manave Karanatmane Namo Dharmaya Bruhate Krishnaya Akunta Medase. My dear Lord, you are the best of givers of benediction. Namasta Ashisha Isha Manave Karanatmane. You are the cause of all causes. Namo Dharmaya Bruhate. Those who are attached to dharma, they will get you. And then Krishnaya Akunta Medase. Your intelligence is unbroken. Your brain is unbroken. So Prabhupada writes, Heisenberg's uncertainty principle is the pinnacle of theories, of scientific theories. Beyond this, they cannot think of anything. Their brains do not work. But Krishna's brain is unlimited. It is the perfect knowledge he has got, and then the unlimited knowledge he has got. That is why Krishnaya Akunta Medasa. Krishnaya Akunta Medasa. In the same way, pure devotees also, their knowledge is unlimited. Their brain, they are also Akunta Medasa. Beautiful purport you can read. Then you can remember all this every day. You can chant, Darshanam no didrukshanam dehi bhagavatarchaye rupam priyatamam swanam, sarvendriya gunanjanam. Then he is saying, my dear Lord, please give me darshan. Darshanam no didrukshanam. I am very eager to have your darshan. Darshanam. Dehi bhagavatarchaye. That form where your pure devotees worship you. Rupam priyatamam swanam. Which form? Which form devotees they like? Shyam Sundar. Then he gives, Prabhupada writes, these devotees of Lord Shiva, mostly they are impersonalists. Impersonalists. But Lord Shiva here is a big time personalist, and he is describing the Rupa of Krishna. All the devotees should meditate, and then one should desire to have darshan of that form. Snigdha pravruddha ganashyamam sarvasaundarya sangraham charvayita chaturbahu sujata ruchirananam padmakosha palakshasya sundarabru sunasikam sudruvam sukapolasya samakarna vibhushitam priti prahasita pangam alakai rupashobhitam lasat pankaja kinjalka dukulam rishtakundalam Spuran Kirita Valayam, Haranu Puramekalam, Shankachakra Gada Padma, Malamani Uttamaridhimat, Simhaskanda Tvishabhibrat, Saurabhagriva Kaustubam, Nikas Lakshmi Anapai Nikshipta, Nikas Yasmi Ulla Sadbru, Pratisankramanad Vishnu, Purarechaka Samvigna, Valivargu Dalodaram, Pratisankramanad Vishwam, Nabhayata Gabhiraya. So like this, he was Sarvasaundarya Sangraham. He's saying, whatever see, the beautiful thing you see, The essence of all beautiful things, Krishna has, that Sarvasaundara Sangram. Snigdha Pravruddha Ganashyamam. Prabhupada writes that when people are suffering because of too much heat, when there is a cloud and there is rain, people get relief. In the same way, those people who are suffering in this material world, when they have darshan of, when they think of beautiful form of Nila Megasham, Krishna's form, then they get relief. Snigdha Pravruddha Ganashyamam, Sarvasaundara Sangraham. So there is a difference between clouds, rains, and when the clouds, when they give rain, the water is finished. But this Ganasham is so wonderful. This mercy cloud is never finished. So Lord Shiva is describing, you must meditate on this form of the Lord. There is a mark of Shivatsa, Prabhupada. There is a stone where this goldsmith, they test this gold. What is that stone? That stone looks very beautiful, it seems. Like that Krishna just looks very beautiful, like that stone, where gold is tested. Pura Rechaka Samvigna, Valivargu Dalodaram. I explained this verse. Anybody remembers? Other day? When Krishna is standing, when Pura Rechaka Samvigna, when he inhales and when he exhales.
Millions of universe.
So his stomach is like a leaf of a banyan leaf. It's like a banyan leaf. And then 3 lines are there. 3 lines. And it looks very beautiful. Krishna's navel, from the Krishna's navel, the universes appear. When he when he inhales and exhales, that universe, because Krishna's navel is so beautiful, it looks like that universe wants to go back to that navel. Very, very beautiful description is that. So you remember these verses and remember Krishna's form. Right? So this is Lord Shiva's prayers. Very beautiful, So the first, verses, Namo Pankajanambaya Bhuta Sukshmendriya Atmane, Vasudevaya Krishnaya, Vasudeva Shantaya Kutastaya Swarochise. So these are all, he first described Vasudeva, Shankashana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. That is a very mantra. It is a Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam Vasudevaya Dhimahi Pradyumnaya Aniruddhaya Namah Shankashanaya Cha. This is a mantra. Vyuha mantra. Lord Shiva. This is very important to remember. The Lord, these Chaturvyuha, Vasudeva, Shankashana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. Then all his arms, then Shankachakra Gada Padma. As soon as we raise early in the morning, we should chant these verses and remember this Vasudeva, Shankashana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. Right? So Prabhupada writes, in order to control your mind, you must pray to Aniruddha. Yesterday you were asking, na? So read this chapter, 4th canto, 24th chapter. Prabhupada writes, in order to control your mind, you must pray to Aniruddha. In order to give good intelligence, you must pray to Pradyumna. In order to give up false ego, you must pray to Lord Shiva, who is a expansion of Shankashana. So then today, Shivratri, we must pray to Lord Shiva to get rid of false ego. Right? And then Vasudeva for pure consciousness. These are all signs. If I keep telling, you won't understand. You don't understand like that. So there is one more beautiful verse. Prachetas, they pray. Vayam tu sakshat Bhagavan bhavasya priyasya sakhyu ksanasangamena sudu chikitsasya bhavasya mrityu vishaktamam sma gatir gatisma. So it's there, because of Ksanasangamena, a moment association with Lord Shiva, we got your darshan. Vayam tu sakshat Bhagavan bhavasya. So who is Lord Shiva? Priyasya Sakhyu. He is very, very dear to Krishna and a very dear friend of Krishna. In South India, they have Shaivite and Vaishnavite fight. But in Gaudiya Vaishnavism, we don't fight. We have a lot of respect for Lord Shiva. He is Priyasya Sakhyu, very dear friend of Krishna. Priyasya Sakhyu. So that is why when Narad Muni was praising all the devotees, then they said, there is a cycle, and then they go to Brahma. Brahma says, no, he chastised me, because I have done mistake, and then he chastised me. He goes to Lord Shiva. He is very dear to Krishna. Even though he does so many things, he never chastises Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva went. Lord Shiva says, "Arey, I am not a great devotee of Krishna because he never, he doesn't like me so much. That's why he doesn't chastise me." He says, Prahlad is a better devotee. You go to Prahlad. Like that, there is a very beautiful description, Bhagavatam, like that. So there is a beautiful description of Lord Shiva's dialogues in Brihad Bhagavatamrita, what he says, and it's all is there. There is no confusion. Okay? Any questions, comments?
What is the Darshanam verse which you are telling? Which verse number?
Pata karo?
नहीं मतलब 424 में.
Yeah.
And is there any difference between Akinchana and Nishkinchana?
Same. Anybody? Any other question?
Jnanamada, Kulamada, and one more.
Dhanmada. Sure of it. Hare Krishna.